I bet your favorite stories have the perfect touch of foreshadowing in them. That's because foreshadowing is a great tool for keeping readers engaged and on their toes. But did you know that there are 5 key foreshadowing techniques? That's exactly what we're discussing today. Let's get started! Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello! I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for weekly writing advice videos. Today's topic was requested by one of my patrons. Thank you Kitsune Girl for the awesome topic. So most of us know what foreshadowing is, but in case you don't, you could check out my video on how to properly foreshadow, which I'll leave in the card here. We're going beyond the basic understanding of foreshadowing today. We're diving into how to foreshadow with these 5 writing techniques. Number 1, flashback or flash forward. Most of us are familiar with flashbacks and flash forwards. This is where you write a scene that's outside your novel's storyline. And this scene either takes place in the past before the story's events or in the future. And it's often from the main character's perspective. Flash forwards are obviously going to foreshadow because they tell readers what's to come. However, flashbacks are even cooler in my opinion because they could subtly foreshadow. You could take readers to the past and show them something important that you want them to remember that will play a vital role in later scenes. Whatever information is learned from the flashback will be key for a later scene. And readers will start wondering how this information will come into play. Number 2, Chekhovs Gun. This is my favorite foreshadowing technique. I've mentioned Chekhovs Gun in other videos before. Basically, if you mention a detail at some point in the story, that detail will come into play later. For example, if you mention a gun in someone's drawer, that gun will be fired later in the story. This falls under foreshadowing because readers subconsciously pick up on those little details you leave behind. They'll wonder, why did the author mention a gun? How's the gun important? And they'll start wondering when the gun will be used. So basically, you're hinting at a later event without outright mentioning it. Simply write the detail into the scene and let the reader do the rest. Number 3, prophecy. This one is pretty straightforward. A character's fortune is read or they're given a prophecy and they get told their future. Sometimes this prophecy doesn't seem possible, but by the end of the story, it does come true. And all the pieces fall into place. Number 4, symbolic. Shakespeare uses this foreshadowing technique a lot. As the name suggests, foreshadowing is done through symbolism here. This can look something like a change in the weather indicating that something bad or something good is about to take place. An example that comes to mind is Shakespeare's King Lear, where Lear furiously goes out into a storm. This foreshadows the tragedy that's going to happen, because nothing good comes from storms. Okay, maybe some good, like better crops, but you get my point. And number 5, red herring. A red herring isn't exactly foreshadowing, but it is a technique used to foreshadow. Let's say you want to hint at future events or outcomes, but at the same time, you don't want those hints giving the plot away. So what do? Well, you can add false clues that can misdirect readers' attention. These false clues are known as red herrings. By including them along with true clues, you'll be foreshadowing without spoiling the plot. You'll find this technique in a lot of mystery novels. So that's what I have for you today. I'd love to know, what's your favorite foreshadowing technique? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out weekly writing advice videos that will take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne, Alan J. Early, and Noah Kovanti from my shout out tier over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president.